guys, welcome back to Aussie Custom Garage. Today we're going to be doing some strut top spacers in my Colorado, just in the front. Just some 40mm spacers, so I'll do a little bit of a how-to on it, which shouldn't be too hard and shouldn't take too long. Should only need minimal tools to do it, so I'll give it a quick measure once I get it inside the shop here, just to see how much higher it will go at the end of it. So I'll get it inside the shop and get a tape measure out. Okay, so this is what I've got for it. Just cheap eBay club centric style strut top spacers. I think they were like 110 bucks off eBay. So yeah, inexpensive, and there's supposed to be like a 1-to-1 ratio, so this 40mm should lift it roughly about 2 inches, I'd imagine, in the front. But obviously it all depends on shock droop and your springs as well. But yeah, I'll get the tape measure out and we'll just measure the front of it up quickly, and just rough measurements, and we'll go from there. Okay, so roughly in the center of the wheel, so I'm at 865 for the right hand. Go over to the passenger side here, roughly in the center of the hub again, and 865 on the dot for that one as well. So it's probably a bit hard to see inside the shop here, but actually I'll get the tape measure and measure what the rear height is. Get you guys down there. So the rear, obviously, because this car does tow, it's going to be a bit higher in the rear regardless. So at 945 for the rear. So there is a fair amount of difference there. So that 2-inch should roughly balance it back out, hopefully. So I'll get it chucked up on the hoist now, get those front wheels ripped off, and yeah, we'll go from there with it. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like it, share it, and yeah, we'll try and get this channel up and running a bit more. It's been a bit hard with the lockdown here in Dubbo. It's just been an absolute shit fight, so I haven't really been filming. I haven't been actually allowed to leave the house in like a month and a half, so it's the first real chance I've had to get up here. So I'm going to do a service up here as well on the car, and before we end up moving to Queensland if the borders ever open. Okay, first things first, obviously remove the front wheels off of it. So obviously I've got a set of 20s on this with the stupid fucking cover on it, so they're just Allen keys, so I'll rip those off both sides and undo the wheel nuts, which I'm pretty sure are 21mm. Okay, so no, wheel nuts are actually 19mm, so they should all come off. I'll get all those ripped off and the wheels off, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so both wheels are off on both sides. So what you're going to want to do is undo the 3 nuts on top of the strut. Also, from what I can gather, you want to undo these four upper control arm bolts. Probably undo the sway bar as well, and I'd imagine to try and help it drop down a bit further, possibly undo the ABS wire off the back there, which runs along the top, just to let it droop down a bit further. But what I'll do, and possibly a brake, maybe just the brake, I don't know. But what I'll do, I'll rip it apart and we'll I'll do a step-by-step with you guys. Okay, so first things first, I'll undo the upper control arm just with 2 12mm. Okay, so I've just undone the brake line, 12mm off the top there. ABS, there was another 12mm just up the top here, just to give it a little bit more room to wiggle. So now, undo the sway bar link, undo the bottom of the shock, then I'll undo the top of the shock. So they look like about a 14-ish mil. What size are they? 15. 15mm. So I'll get in there now and undo that. Okay, so I've jumped the gun a little bit, but I've undone the three 14mm nuts up top. Also undone the, what size was that? 3/4 nut on the bottom side of the shock. So now I'll see, I'll get a hammer and punch it up. Oh no, that's going to come out. Lovely. And I'll see how I go with finessing it out of it. Okay guys, so I've applied a little bit of red Loctite to the threads. You do have to reuse the old 14mm that you took off of it. The kit that I've got did come with new ones, but they don't seem to be the right thread. So just reuse those old ones. They're only 14mm. Snug them down obviously. Do them in a crisscross. Okay guys, that strut is right to go back in. So there is a little bit of finesse to get it back in. They're not too bad. Probably going to be a bit harder with the spacer on it. But we'll get it up in there. Okay, sitting up in place now. I just had to push the engine, the lower control arm down, just to get it up into place. So grab all these new washers and stuff now, put some Loctite just on the threads and nip them up. Okay, they're all done up. Just putting the lower shock bolt through now. Just had the jerry rig a jack and a bit of RHS, just to be able to get it up a little bit further, just to be able to put the that bolt through. Not too difficult. I'm probably going to have to use it again to lift it up high to be able to get that upper control arm bolts in, but shouldn't be too bad. Alright guys, we're all finished. I've done a little bit of a service on it at the same time, just diff oils and fluids and all the filters. So now time to measure it up. It has lifted it up quite a lot. Probably hard to see on camera, but it was 865 last time. So we'll see how much it's gone up this time. Roughly in the center again. So I'll call it 915. Yeah, 915 on that side. So what's that? It's roughly 50 mil. And this side is 920. So 5 mil discrepancy. I'm not too worried about that. So that's just on 2 inches. And it's 940. So yeah, 20 mil difference in the heights from the front to the rear. I can live with that. There's nothing in the back of this, so it'll once it has a little bit of weight, it'll squish itself down. But other than that, that's take this light off. That's all we're going to get done on this one today. So if you could please like and subscribe, like I said before, and make sure you comment. I love the comments. I always give it a heart, give it a love, and reply back to 99% of them. If you have any more questions about it, yeah, hit us up in the comment section. Thanks guys.